I'm giving everyone a chance to hop in the stream today. No, I am. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. What's up? What up, reality? What's good? It's Thanksgiving Eve. So I kind of want this stream to be dedicated towards talking about, Thanksgiving, what I think Thanksgiving's about, and kind of my opinions. Let me give my thoughts. I've been watching your old vlogs from like 8 years ago or even 2 years ago. They're low-key entertaining. Yeah, dude. They low-key are. And here's the reason they are, is because of the novelty of them just being made at the time they were made, and you can kind of like connect, like put back, like, oh, he still kind of has that same thing. That's what makes them interesting. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's always kind of been this way to a certain extent. That's what I think some people think when they watch them. But no, I wanted to give my opinions on Thanksgiving. I was also actually planning on making a video about Thanksgiving, or at least bringing it up somewhat in my YouTube. But I didn't really know the best way because I post every Friday and Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So it's like the timing wouldn't really add up. But, hey, cutie. Oh, thanks. But no, I still want to talk about, Thanksgiving, what I think Thanksgiving is, and all that, like just in general. That's what that's what I want to talk about. So first off, I think gratitude is probably the number one thing to kind of focus on and during Thanksgiving. Meaning, if there was a specific thing that you should be doing on Thanksgiving, I think gratitude is the word that you should kind of like revolve your day around. Meaning, what is it? What, like, you know what it almost is? It's almost this is going to sound odd, but it's almost a day that is kind of hard work, that involves hard work because you're searching for things to be grateful for. So picture, a day fully dedicated to what can I be grateful for? What am I grateful for in general? I'm grateful for this thing. I'm grateful for that thing. Not taking 10 minutes, because taking 10 minutes, to be grateful for things. No, picture an entire day where you're constantly thinking what you could be grateful for. I think that actually could make a difference throughout the entire year. That's what I think the holiday was almost designed for. But I've noticed that even on the holiday, people tend to forget, like, the main fucking point of the holiday, which is to be grateful. I mean, you see people being ungrateful. And it's very, very interesting. I mean, we've all seen it because I think it's almost like a unique experience because you're with your family, right? But you may be with family members that you haven't necessarily seen or you're not used to. So they may be acting ungrateful and you're just, you might just not be used to it. And then you're like thinking in your head, like, isn't this ironic? Because it's Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, like, why are these people so ungrateful? Or this could happen if you're with friends and you're spending Thanksgiving with first, like, or, and then obviously people don't call it out for themselves. Just, wow, I'm being ungrateful right now on Thanksgiving. Like, what the fuck? Giving Benson Boone, giving Forrest Frank. All right, well, I don't know what to say about that. I'm grateful for my mom still being around because she's been sick for years, but at least she's still here. Oh yeah, that's good for sure. No, I definitely think it's important to just kind of look for the things to be grateful for because we don't spend enough time doing it. And not only do we not spend enough time doing it, but when we do it, we don't do it for a very long time. Meaning we might do it for like a second and then we'll go back to the thing. You know what I mean? But imagine an entire day dedicated to thinking about all the things that you're grateful for and really honing in on it and thinking about it. That could actually make a massive difference if you really take the entire, I'm talking about the entire day. You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning, you think about it. Not just a quick 15-minute think session, like actual. This is why I think it might just be, good to just do like a phone detox, I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. My family doesn't do it, but I do. Oh, yeah. I don't, yeah. What's something you're grateful for? Something I'm grateful for? Oh, man. Okay. I'm grateful for, well, I mean, the obvious ones are just family, right? I'm very grateful for my family. I'm extremely grateful for my family. Um, I'm grateful for, like, yeah, the food that I can eat, every single day. I'm grateful for, like, my friends. I'm grateful for my experiences. I'm grateful for my brain, you know. I'm grateful for a lot, man. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but yeah. What up, BB Anish Amadi? This guy is about as dumb as a loaf of bread, okay. Um, what up? Can you shout me out? It's Alexandra Gore. What up? But my point really is more that think about what you're grateful for the entire day. That's my plan tomorrow. I'm not just gonna take, you know, this little conversation that we're having during this live stream. We've only been live streaming for 7 minutes, or, you know, tomorrow maybe thinking about it a couple times. I'm actually gonna go in deep and be like, okay, what am I really grateful for? Because gratitude is the baseline of happiness. There's a chance that might be the title of my video, but it could be. But people are just so, I don't know. Some people don't think like me. They might not get it. Um, those are really good things. Can I have a hair tutorial? Hair tutorial? Honestly, I mean, you would need my haircut and my hair like style with my head shape and my barber. The only advice I would give you is sea salt spray in the hair to make it wavier, and then hair clay in the hair to make it wavier, and then just honestly like have a good connection with the person that cuts your hair and have you guys both on the same page of what you want. I think that's very important. Like people that I'm not saying as a man you should really give a fuck about your hair, but if you do, then fucking care. You know what I mean? Like go all in. Like know your barber, or whoever the fuck's cutting your hair, make sure that they're on the same page as you. Do you have any meals like other than steak? Do I have any meals other than steak? No, I don't. I mean, I do, but like maybe like raw fish or something. I don't know, but like not like yes, but barely any. Like steak, fruit, raw honey, raw dairy, fish, seafood. But come on. I'm gonna hop off. I'm really busy, but wanted to say hi. Might hop in later if you're still live. Hell yeah, that's fire. Are you in college? Yes. Wash that thing off your lip. Fuck no. That will not be happening. This thing will be staying for a very, very, very long time. In fact, I don't know if it's ever going anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, this mustache is here to stay. That's how I feel about that. Bro, I just started this live stream a little impulsively, like I tend to do. But that doesn't mean that we can't still talk about Thanksgiving and what what it means, how to win it. You know, I always notice about Thanksgiving is you always get super tired. Why does this happen? Can someone actually explain to me why people get so tired on like the actual day of Thanksgiving? Like what specifically makes that day people more tired? What's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Malachi. What up? What up? Um it's actually funny. Thanksgiving is probably like one of my favorite holidays technically, and it's so weird because it's like why? It's like well, a lot of the other holidays fucking suck. But like let's be honest. Like we Halloween sucks. We already talked about how much Halloween sucks, how much we don't like Halloween. Thanksgiving though, I mean, who doesn't like food? Home cooked food, and then like with your it's like with your family, so it's like food that you're used to. So like whatever the food is, it actually kind of doesn't matter what the food is. It just matters that it's like your food, kind of. And then it's like you're practicing gratitude, so it's and gratitude is a baseline of happiness. So you're kind of finding a whole like another version of happiness that you didn't even know you had. And there's just a vibe on Thanksgiving, like you got the football games and stuff. So I don't know, it's a good ass holiday. And then obviously Christmas, in my opinion, is a good holiday too. And then like when we were just talking about holidays in the USA, like the typical ones. But then you talk about New Year's, and it's like New Year's is like like who gives a fuck about New Year's? Like I see New Year's as an exciting like like let's keep the momentum going type vibe. But the issue is like I don't like the whole I'm gonna start once the new year comes, like or just an excuse to celebrate. So I'm not a fan of New Year's. And the next one you got is Valentine's Day. That is my Valentine's Day is literally like one of I don't know. It's not my vibe for a holiday at all. And I don't think it has anything to do with like my views on like romance either. I just think Valentine's Day is just a dumb holiday. Because it's almost like it's almost like the people what the fuck? Oh, I'm getting that. The people like feel bad that or like don't have a Valentine. I'm just like I've noticed that I've seen people then like it's Valentine's Day and they don't have Valentine's, so now they feel bad. I'm just like, wait a second. So now because because it's a specific day, you're going to feel bad about yourself. Like that to me makes no sense. But also in general, it's just kind of dumb. Like I understand why it's fun if you're with a person, you guys actually like each other, and sure, I guess it could be a little bit of an enhanced situation just because of the vibe of it. But overall, not a fan. And we got St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is it's okay. It's whatever. I've never had, a time after the age of like 7 years old where I'm like, oh my gosh, that St. Patrick's Day was so memorable. Because when you're first as a kid and everything's green and you're like, oh wow, this is like a crazy cool day because everything's green and people are like excited and like this is interesting. This is something I haven't experienced. But then you get older and you're just like, okay, like this is like it's kind of cool, especially if you were to go to like New Orleans. Then it's probably the coolest version of that. But overall, it's just a bunch of people that are kind of like drunk. So It's like not actually as exciting as you perceive as a kid. So it's okay. And then April, what do we got? I mean, April Fools, I'm not even going to consider that a holiday, but I mean, that's not great. It's okay. May, we got. Do we have Mother's Day on May? I think so. Mother's Day's fine. It's whatever. June, we have nothing. July 4th. I see someone said that in the chat. July 4th, I actually like the 4th of July. I'm not even gonna lie. I actually do. But it's funny because I'm not even that big of a fan of fireworks, but I do enjoy the vibe. I think like the way you like holidays is just how you grow up, like being raised and your experiences towards them. Because I feel like my 4th of July, I remember them just being fun, at least as a kid. But I still like the vibe of it. I like the vibe of like pride in your country and grilling and barbecue and summer. I like the idea of a holiday being during summertime because holidays are always during fucking school, and it's like it's cool that like there could be a celebration during summer, so it kind of emphasizes summer, when especially time when summer gets a little bit boring because summer's exciting in the beginning. Then what else we got? August, I can't think of anything in August. September, that's my birthday. My birthday, September 11th. So, I like that. I consider that a holiday for me. um, no, I'm just kidding. It's actually funny. It's a complete opposite now. Like as a kid, I used to say that kind of as a joke, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, it's really opposite to the way I think because I actually don't like, you know, celebrating my birthday anymore. In fact, I didn't celebrate my birthday at all this year because I didn't want to. I didn't have any urge to. I had no like I did not care to. I didn't like the fact that I was getting another number older. It like just was a reminder of my inadequacies and my lack of accomplishments. But and it's funny because I actually have enjoyed the age of 22, but I need to get more shit done. I just every time I'm reminded of how old I am, I'm like, bro, you gotta get on your shit, dude. Um. So anyway, and then what we got? October Halloween. Like I said, Halloween is not a vibe. I already told you guys that. I said that's not a vibe for me. I've made that very apparent with all my past streams about Halloween. And then you got Thanksgiving, and I told you it's probably my best one. So there you go. Um, what up? What up? It's parking lot. I feel bad for third world countries like UK. They don't celebrate 4th of July. It's fine. Hi. What up? What up? Yes. Favorite holiday? Like I said, Thanksgiving. We should donate 4th of July decorations to other countries such as to UK. What the fuck are you talking about? What up? Saint. Your best days are ahead of you. Uh, yeah. I hope so. Well, Saint Noon. What up? Well, I'm not gonna say I hope so because at the end of the day, it's funny. Like I hope so is a little bit of a what's it called? It's a little bit of a mindset that I don't have control over the situation, you know? Like I hope that, you know, I have my best days ahead. So, because it's but it is difficult because it's like I also don't want anything bad to happen. So it's like I pray nothing bad happens to me as I work extremely hard to get to my goals because I can't hope for my goals. I have to work for my goals type vibe. So, I think my best days are ahead of me as long as I work really hard. I kind of came to that conclusion slowly throughout college is that the all these good experiences that I want in life are only going to happen if I put in the work. That is the conclusion that came to in college. That's like the biggest college conclusion. That's like if anyone asked me like what you went to 4 years of college, what's the thing you learned the most? Like the thing I learned the most is that literally all the good experiences that I want and dream of, I will need to work for. I will need to work extremely hard for. That's what college taught me. Exactly. That's why I'm telling you, your best days are ahead of you. What does your ideal life look like? My ideal life? Ooh, very, very different lives that I want to live, you know? It's extremely hard to say what my ideal life. But you know what? How about we just go 3 years into the future, because that is like enough time to kind of fantasize while still being realistic. You know what I mean? Because I can't think 5, 10, 20 years in the future of what the life looks like. I can look at my plan of what I want to do to get, but like it's too far out there. So let's just go 3 years. What my ideal life looks like. So 3 years from now, I'm gonna be 25. Holy 25. Okay, fuck that. So I'm gonna be 25 years old. Okay. I don't know where I'll be living at all. This will be 3 years from now. Um. Okay. So hopefully I'm waking up every day. Obviously doing training, like training every day, or training, on a good routine schedule, and training two different types of things, lifting weights and also doing some sort of athletic training. Also, like honestly, two to three different types of training while also lifting weights. So consistently doing that. My business, my brand, hopefully it's fully running well. I got, clients like through the roof. I got videos pumping out, like keeping going. And then whatever like the new kind of thing is that came out for whatever content creation, I'm kind of also doing. Maybe it's a form of streaming or form of like some sort of AI thing. I don't know. But hopefully I'm on that thing that's kind of like, oh shit, I wish I hopped on that earlier. That's the thing I'm hopping on, that's what I'm saying is I'm slowly catching up with everyone, like to a certain extent. I'm slowly starting to figure this shit out, especially with the online shit, to the point where I can get to a spot where I see what's gonna happen and get big before it happens, and that is what I hope my ideal life looks like 3 years from now, is me doing that exact thing that I hopped on before so many other people hopped on. That's what I'm trying to do. That's literally what I'm trying to do. The funny thing is, I low key missed out on it with the animal based shit, because you could see me posting my animal based food 2 years ago. Now it's not as popular, or it's just not gonna. It's not as unique, and it's still is gonna get views, but like it's not nearly as unique. And it's like if I would have done that 2 years ago and kept on doing that, imagine how much better off I would have been. But I didn't. Um. So yeah, the goal would be to, I guess, live in a place that I'm paying for, that is somewhat nice. Like somewhat nice. It doesn't have to be extremely nice, but it has to be somewhat nice, where it's like it shows that damn, you put in so much work over these past 3 years that you were able to get this place that um even with the amount of like money that you've saved, like type vibe. That's what I want the place to kind of look like. Um, I won't have a dog. Fuck no, no pets. Maybe. No, honestly, I was about to say maybe a fish, but like the reality is, if I have to take care of it all, that's instant no. Um, Unless I had someone else taking care of it, which I guess would not be like the worst thing. Um, Dating wise, I would just be fine with just having, a rotation of girls. I don't need a girlfriend or a serious relationship by then at all. Like if I was completely single and um, if I had no like girls on my roster, it'd be a little bit like, what are you doing? Like that doesn't make sense. But if I was in no serious relationship, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, I know, you're on your grind. You got to figure it out. So, and again, like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to be. So there's a lot of things to that. So, so we went over business, money. I would like to be making, I'm not going to lie. I know this sounds very unrealistic, but I'm going to keep it real. I'd like to be making like at least 25K per month 3 years from now. I know you're like, bro, what are you talking about? That's like so unrealistic. But I'm Mr. Unrealistic. It is what it is, dude. I just my conclusion is this. If I could get to a point where I'm making 5K a month, which to be honest, that is way more obviously grabbable, right? If I can do that within the next couple, 6 to 12 months, and then boom, figure out that system, scale it, and then get to, 10, 15K a month within the next 2 years. Then I got one more year to get my, 10, 15K to 25K. Maybe that's the most difficult one, but like I already got the systems in place like that. Like it is what it is. That's what I want. So I'd like to be making at least 25K plus per year with all the different shit I do with my brand. Um I'd like to have a good network of people too. I'd like to have a good network of people that not only think like me but also like people I've made money with. I'd like to have people that I've made a lot of money with. Because if I have that, then um just life in general is going to be a lot easier, like networking, because I'm in that system of people that are making a lot of money. So I would like to know a lot of people that are making money, make money with people, and yes, do all those things. Another thing I'd like is to be in a place where, a bunch of actions happening. You know what I mean? For me personally, I think I'm the type of guy that likes to be near where everything's at, but not necessarily at it all the time. You know what I mean? Like I could, still be in the, you know, locked in, still doing my thing, but when something is going on and the vibe is there, I want to be, vibing. So, yeah. It's definitely a lot to my future self that he wants. And the reality is, I'm gonna need to put in extreme amounts of hard work if I want to get there. I mean, especially that whole 25K per month bullshit. That's gonna take me some serious. That's gonna take a serious situation by me. Seriously, yeah. Um. Uh. So you want to be content creation? Yeah, to a certain extent. That's gonna be part of it at least. Can you teach me YouTube tips? Bro, just start and keep going. Just post. Hit post. That's my biggest tip is hit post and continue to do that and get feedback and get better and work smart and hard and combine it. Um you missed the wave, prepare for the next one. True, 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 true. I want to be a huge content creator. That's an insane amount of money per month. I know, dude. I'm not saying it's real. I'm like guys, I understand. I like it hurts to say too, but I want it. You know what I mean? Well said. You mentioned many solid points: fitness, dating, network, momentum. But just a thought: where would you want to be spiritually? Um, I honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really even like think I have. I don't have any like opinion or any urge for any thoughts spiritually. Um, yeah, I can't even. I can't even get to like a thought like that. Because I don't really don't think about it. Like the way I've always kind of looked at it is like if you work hard, God will give you gifts. And I always said like God is just the higher power or whatever. I kind of just went off of that. I'm just going to continue to go off of that. I'll like obviously not be like deaf to the conversation of it, you know. I'm not going to, play dumb or anything. But I'm just gonna kind of let things play out and see what like I guess see what feels right because technically spirituality is all about kind of feeling and what feels the best. That's I feel like when you go deeper into your brain and your consciousness. So for me personally, I feel like spiritually I feel like whatever my calling is will find me on a spiritual level. And I don't feel the same way when that comes to like relationships or business. I don't think like, oh, like it'll happen, just, manifest it and it'll happen like spirit like but I do think that when it comes to like religion, spirituality, like it actually just kind of will happen through like the life that you do. And I think if you work hard, then it'll help or maybe just teach you whatever. I don't really know because I haven't dove into that yet, but I I think it'll be pretty easy just to go with the signs that are given to me and then go from there. That's how I feel, you know. Because there's a lot of signs out there, you know. It helps. Yeah, I noticed. It definitely, it seems like a lot of these people that are not okay or not doing well don't have any like spirituality or like backbone or any kind of just, you know, ability to be like, "Oh shit, like wait a second. Like there's a higher power to all this." I mean, some people just think that there's just nothing. And I just will never understand those people. Um Alright, well, I think we'll end the stream here. Hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day. We just had the stream because it is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do, you know. But we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We'll post a video, or no, we're not gonna post a video tomorrow. We'll do a live stream tomorrow for Thanksgiving, kind of talking with y'all and vibing, because I know for a fact y'all are gonna be in your houses fucking watching streams all day. That's how Thanksgiving is. It's like a weird lazy day, like to a certain extent, because yeah, you're kind of like putting in work with like helping your family with the stuff and whatever, or maybe you're going somewhere like driving. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's like and it's just you eat the food and you're just tired, you know. So it's just a lot of inside watching, in my opinion. But yeah, all right, peace.